standing this season. St Helens, well, they're top of Division 1 at the moment. They've been unbeaten for 24 consecutive league matches, but they've never won the John Player Trophy. They've got a lot of pace in their backs, with Great Britain star Barry Ledger, scrum half Neil Holding in tremendous form. And as I say, of course, they're coached by Alex Murphy, who naturally enough won't be at the microphone this afternoon. Instead, we have Maurice Bamford, the Great Britain coach, accompanying our usual commentator Ray French. Here now highlights of the first half.
Well, I don't think Kevin Ward knew that Sean Allen was trailing him from behind, but it was a good job. Oh, that's a good pass from Johnson. Beautiful one-handed pass. Horton's in. Yes. That's what you call ball play and artistry. Barry Johnson gave that short pass out to Stuart Horton. Superb backing up, superb skills, forward play at its best.
And it was also a lesson in support play, Ray. Here we see it. Johnson takes on the St Helens defence, turns a beautiful inside one-handed pass. Bob Baymore looks to his left, finds Stuart Horton in the ideal situation, unopposed, right to the side of the sticks. Marvellous supporting try.
Keith England. He's known to his friends, this lad, as Beefy. He certainly looks it, Morris, doesn't he? He seems to put weight on since last year.
Yes, that's his nickname, Beefy. This man's Beefy as well. Looks superb football.
And a beautiful pass, Beardmore. He's got young Horton again. Now then, has he got the legs to go? No. Good centre play there by Saints number 4, Steve Halliwell. But once again, it's that hooker backing up. And a purple patch here for Cass. Oh, this is beautiful play. England's outside. It's another one. Chris Johns. Tremendous try. 10 points to 0 for Castleford, and that Australian centre just latched on to the end of the pass. But once again, it was that Beardmore and Stuart Horton duo that did the trick, Morris, wasn't it?
It was, and it all stemmed from Kevin Ward's superb record. Here we see from the first play of the ball. Castleford move it to the left. Lovely pass there by John Joyner. Kevin Beardmore out to Johnson. Beef England again in the pass position, and I think I could have scored that one, Ray. Superb finishing, but again, marvellous support play. I think what they need to do there is to try and maintain possession a little bit longer now, St Helens. They've had the share of the ball, but they seem, as you said earlier, they're throwing the ball away. They want to keep the ball, play a bit of steady football.
Kettridge did well to straighten up. Oh, there's Scott again linking up. Now this boy has pace. He's a quick lad. And he can score. Superb try there from Colin Scott. This boy from Wynnum Manley in Brisbane delights the Castleford supporters, and that's what you call good support play from a fullback. We commented how we like to be in the line, and there he was, ready for the try.
And it stemmed, of course, from a marvellous backing. You see Martin Kettridge takes the ball well into the Saints defence. Look at him run, stretches his legs, turns to his left just at the right moment and finds Colin Scott zooming onto the pass, and he holds off Brett Clark in about a 50-yard run to the post. He's going all the way right under the H's, but I would say the try was made by a superb break by Martin Kettridge.
So welcome back live to here to Weldon Road. We've just been kicked off about 30 seconds, and already I think with the score there at 16 points to 0 to Castleford, Des was just saying how much Alec Murphy might be interested in Ellery Hanley. Well, he would certainly have need of him here this afternoon. St Helens trailing by 16 points to 0. But it's been a superb first half, Morris, hasn't it? Both sides really cut and thrust.
Nothing in it all for the first 20 minutes, Ray, but outstanding for me for Castleford has been Kevin Ward and Bob Bainmore, the number 8 and the number 7. Two marvellous games first half.
And St Helens there in their usual shirts from left to right, the white shirts with the red V, on the attack. They're certainly not having the best of luck in the cup competitions, St Helens. They may have gone 24 consecutive league matches, but they've gone out in the Lancashire Cup, and here a lot to do in this half now. To Jarvis. Youngster number 9 there, Stuart Horton. Good tackle, scored the first try for Castleford. Well, now there's an interesting decision. The one or two possibly thinking that the ball should have gone back to St Helens for 6 tackles, but the ruling is that if a player on the Castleford side doesn't make any attempt for the ball, then it's still turned over to England. Castleford looking for the third trophy in the past eight months. We saw them win the Challenge Cup final at Wembley and the Yorkshire Cup final, and a good run from Johns. Already had a try in the first half, caused a lot of problems, this number 4, the centre, Chris Johns. Beardmore, that's a good ball to Plange. England. Kevin Ward. And the 6th tackle. Possibly Bob Beardmore here on the high one. Yes, it is. A lot of pressure on Phil Vevers. But good play there from number 9, young Harrison. Having a good, gutsy game, this lad. Substitute there for the Graham Liptrot today. Oh, that was a good pass from Fieldhouse. Brett Clark looking for support. In fact, really, Morris, he tended to bottle himself up, did young Clark then,
yes, he didn't seem to open his legs there once he got into the clear. That would have dragged all the Castleford cover with him. Just eased up a little bit once he got into the clear.
I was speaking to Alex Murphy just before the game, the St Helens coach, and he was saying that he rather fancied playing this game in the pack on this sort of tighter, cramped pitch here at Weldon Road, but the tactics are not paying off. But here's one lad who could. Neil Holding, he's very, very quick, this lad. It's a race. Has he got it? Yes, he has. Tremendous pace there from Neil Holding. That's the sort of try he loves to score. And a lot of St Helens support travelled over the Pennines here. They'll be pleased with that. Excellent try. He knew his pace, he knew he could go round Scott, and it was a good try, Morris.
It certainly was, and how many times have we seen Neil Holding score this type of try? And there we see it. Lovely play by Fieldhouse there, gets Holding away on a midfield break over the top of Scott's head, and it's just a pure chase. And look at his pace there, Ray. He's got plenty of legs on. Gary Lord's covering from the right, but he can't get there, and Neil scores out under the post. Very good opportunist try.
He certainly did have some yardage to make up on the wingman Gary Lord, but he did. Another quick lad here now, entrusted with the goal kicking. St Helens, Barry Ledger, St Helens' usual goal kicker Paul Loughlin, of course, injured, but he has no problems. So come back from St Helens now. 16 points to 6 for Castleford. Just 5 minutes gone in this second half, and it looks as if the two coaches are making substitutes. It's Paul Forber, young St Helens ex-coach, coming on for John Fieldhouse. Paul Round as well, the other St Helens substitute, just limbering up. Steve Halliwell, and this looks better from St Helens now, to Harrison. He backs up well this one, and Gary Hyde there just slipped on from the substitute for David Plange on the Castleford wing. Arkwright, good ball to Jarvis. But we've seen a fine defence from Castleford, Morris, this afternoon, haven't we?
Yes, and by the start of the second half, we're going to have to tackle just as well in the second half there, because they seem to be gingered up a bit, the St Helens. Alex has most likely had a word at half-time, and they've come out with certainly more fire.
St Helens, of course, won over 38 trophies in the club's history, but they've never won this trophy. Oh, and a good hand-off from Paul Farber to Arkwright. And the 6th tackle coming up. Holding. That's a good long ball to Halliwell. He's got 2-1, he's got McCormick with him. But it was a bad pass. McCormick had overrun him. And Castleford, I think, sensibly bringing the ball away. And it's that man, Colin Scott, again, this full-back, having a good game. Bob Beardmore. That's a good ball to Chris Johns. Keith England, but getting nowhere. Had a very effective game, this number 1, Colin Scott. Both in attack, he's picked up a try and defended well too. Oh, that's a good take. Good catch by McCormick. Forber. Chris Arkwright, St Helens captain, just looking to offload the ball. There was a big doubt about him this morning. He had to have a cortisone injection in his knee before he could play. Oh, good dummy again from Holding. Good ball to Platt. He's lost it. Must be a knock-on. Certainly having a good game, Neil Holding. His pace really troubling Castleford. Referee Robin Whitfield been right on the spot. Very experienced referee. I like the way Robin Whitfield has a word to the players, Morris.
Well, it's as you said earlier, he's a former player. He knows exactly what goes on in the scrimmages. He knows exactly what goes on in loose play. And he'll quieten a player down in a player's way. Very experienced man.
Kick to Colin Scott for Castleford. And this man, Kevin Ward, certainly had a powerhouse of a game. He got the Great Britain Man of the Series in the Test matches, and he certainly must be pushing the Man of the Match here. 16 stone of power and beef. Ketteridge. £16-6 for Castleford. Scott, he likes to attack this lad. He comes up in the line and he's a big lad to put down. He's 14 stone. He's about 5'10". Oh, that's a nice dummy by Irwin, and he's got it. And is it a try? No, he's on his back. And referee Robin Whitfield absolutely taking the right spot there. He moved himself to the dead ball line. Perfect vision.
It was a young Sean Irwin. What a promising young footballer. A dummy and an instant kick. Picks up on the bounce and actually gets over the line, but unfortunately can't down it. And look where Mr. Whitfield is, right on the spot to see it.
And that was a good scrum by Harrison to take. Just 10 minutes gone in this second half. 16-6 for Castleford. And a penalty. And another one, 10 yards for chatting. Brett Atkins, surprising to see a touch of indiscipline like that from an Australian player. They're usually very, very much of yes sir, no sir to the referee. Pat Jarvis. Had a good driving game, this lad, this big prop forward from St George in Sydney. Tony Burke. It's unusual, Morris, not to see a Welshman in the Saints pack. I remember the days of John Warlow and Mantle. You had to talk Welsh to play in the pack at one time.
Yes, I've certainly got a tradition of Welsh players at Knowsley Road, but of course the Welsh all seem to be going to Fulham these days, Ray. Fulham have signed two half-backs over this last fortnight.
Harrison, he's got Clark with him. To Platt, and there's a try, it must be. Superb backing up. Now then, is the game changing its way? 16-10 now, and those St Helens supporters were really downcast at half-time. But back they come. And it's the same combination, half-back and forward play, that we saw from Castleford in the first half. Going down the middle, making the gaps there.
Okay. And there's some great support play here from St Helens. Harrison goes to the left. Slips in, slips a tackle, turns back to his right, finds Brett Clark in the ideal supporting possession. Look at Andy Platt here, takes the ball, puts his head back, opens his legs. He's been held, he holds off Kevin Ward of all people covering back, but a very good supporting try.
And Alec Murphy still looks agitated. He certainly was agitated when he went in at half-time at 16-0, but as we know, he'll never be short of a word. And Barry Ledger there. And he gets it. So suddenly the complexion of the game changes. Castleford still in the lead, but St Helens clawed their way back. 12 points there. 16 points to 12 for Cass. Referee Robin Whitfield just chatting to the players, and Bob Beardmore to kick off. To Neil Holding and to Arkwright. And I think one of the problems for Castleford here, Morris, is that suddenly Neil Holding has begun to start taking them on down the middle, isn't he?
Yes, well, they were buzzing in the first half, but the support wasn't there from Saints in the first half. They've supported very well of him this half, and he's going to be the thorn in the Castleford side if he keeps up this performance, Ray. Very dangerous player, a good individual player and a good team man.
Jarvis, well, a silly pass from Pat Jarvis. It's nice to see a prop forward trying to get the ball away, but there is a time to hold it. Ketteridge. To Kevin Ward. Taking 2 and 3 men to pull down this big, bulky prop forward. One of the products of the Stanley Rangers amateur club 6 or 7 seasons ago. Most of these Castleford players, ex-Colts or local amateurs, pride themselves on that. Sean Irwin. Oh, that's a good ball to Scott again. And that's a better ball to John Joyner. Oh, but a brilliant reception, Kevin McCormick. Now, has he got the pace? He's got Bob Beardmore coming across. He's just got to run. Can he make the line? Well, what a silly thing to do. When he was going over for the try, he put his hand up. He signified to the crowd. Well, they're very, very happy, the crowd. But I'm sure Coach Alec Murphy would have been upset at that if he hadn't got in there. And I think he is upset, and rightly so, from that youngster. The first priority, McCormick, is to score.
And this passage of play looked like Castleford scoring, Ray. Here we see a pass going out to the winger. If it goes, he scores, but suddenly young McCormick's going the other way, and he's got a long way to run, almost 75 yards. If we look, if the camera can pick up, we've got Bob Beardmore covering there, but there's not enough pace to catch young McCormick, and that's a silly action, Ray, as he lifts his left hand as he scores. A good try, but a bit silly at the last few yards.
Well, I think Alec Murphy's had his say. And Ledger. Everything on this kick. 16 points each. Not the normal kick of a St Helens. Paul Loughlin, injured of course, and a difficult one. He has to loft it round, but he doesn't. So, suddenly 3 tries from Castleford in the first half, and now 3 tries from St Helens in the second half. 16 points each. And Bob Beardmore, this number 7, the man who was making everything tick for Castleford in the first half. He was in the tries, he was leading to the run-ins, and suddenly it's all going wrong. Holding to Arkwright. Paul Forber. £12,000 prize money to the winners of this eventual trophy. And young Harrison there, the ex-Waterloo Rugby Union hooker, doing very, very well at least. Play the balls. But this is a man who's doing very well. Holding, that's a good ball to Harrison again. To Jarvis. Back to Harrison. And it's still going. Allen. Barry Ledger. Clark. Oh, this is good rugby. But John Joyner's there. He's missed it. He's missed it. And it's a try. Oh, what a shame for John Joyner, the Castleford captain. I thought he had it covered, but no, the sheer persistence of that little man, Brett Clark. He took the ball and he got it over the line, and that's what it is. It's 4 points. And St Helens, from suddenly being 16 points to 0 down at half-time, they're in the lead.
And this is a culmination of some superb handling by St Helens. Look how Barry Ledger held onto that ball until he got Castleford that way. Clark takes on the Castleford defence, chips over the top of Scott, goes round, and John Joyner looks like he's got it covered. He dives on it well. There it goes, he slipped, and whoever it was there, the St Helens looked like Halliwell was on the spot to pick it up and score.
And Barry Ledger again from a kick, somewhat similar position to the previous one that he just missed. But St Helens there scored 3 tries in 6 minutes, and suddenly Castleford reeling, and rightly so. John Joyner having a word there. He tried his best to retrieve that ball, but just couldn't make it. No. A lot of the onus here on Barry Ledger. As I say, Paul Loughlin, the league's leading goal scorer, out with a bruised thigh. But 20 points to 16 now for St Helens. And Morris, this game really, it's anybody's, isn't it? Both playing excellent rugby.
It is now. It was the last 10 minutes of the first half, the first quarter, now of the second half, that each team's got on top. Tremendous game, Ray. And still wide open.
All for them. And I like the play of this lad since he's come on as substitute, Morris. He's really taking it forward at first receiver, isn't he?
Yes, I saw Paul Forward play against the touring Australians for St Helens, and I thought it a very strong game indeed. I also saw him play for Lancashire in the Rodstock War of the Roses. Tremendous game there. Good prospect.
Okay. And this lad, Harrison, a little bit perplexed there as to the decision, but oh yes, referee obviously saw tugging at his shirt there. And I'm surprised Bob Beardmore's not going for goal, Morris, because 2 points at this stage could be...
Well, at 20 points to 16, in a cup tie, and so long to play, I think Castleford have got to kick it, or they had to kick it goal, but they've put it into touch.
Well, 20 minutes gone, St Helens still with that extra 4 points, 20 to 16, and very, very determined to get Kevin Ward into touch there. Did a lot of damage in the first half, this big prop. And he looks to have twisted his leg or his ankle. But of course, as he's off the field, referee Whitfield not empowered to stop the game, and St Helens coming away with the scrum. To Forber. Kevin McCormick. Must be a knockout. And Coach Murphy, I think he must have told these three quarters that he's going to buy Ellery Hanley, because he's certainly livened them up with the tries they're scoring now. Beardmore to put, and that's a good scrum and a good push. But he's lost it. And real strength from that little lad, Clark. Well, he's still going. Does he ever shut up? Arkwright. That's a good ball to Pat Jarvis. Oh, that's a very risky pass. I get the feeling here that St Helens are putting in one too many passes. Dean Mountain waiting to come on. Oh, and there it is. Very fortunate for St Helens that it was a knock-on, but as I was saying, I think just one too many passes coming in here. And Dean Mountain coming into the pack, and it looks as if, yes, Kevin Ward going off. Obviously, still suffering from that leg injury. A penalty. Neil Holding feeding the ball. Dean Mountain, first touch of the ball. St Helens just clinging to that lead, 20 points to 16. What a long way to go, still plenty of time for Castleford to score. Yes, and a penalty there against Breck Atkins for playing the ball in the wrong position, Morris, trying to steal 2 or 3 yards.
Yes, and that's the second time in the game he's penalised Atkins for that, Ray. Being tackled and then inching his way along on the ground and getting up possibly a yard near to the St Helens line. Obviously against the laws of the game, and a good penalty, but that's twice.
Referee Robin Whitfield, I think, taking his life in his hands, getting trapped in that scrum. A penalty. I think referee Robin was saying, get back, you nearly trapped me. I think that's what he was saying to them.
I think what it is, I was talking to him before the game there, and he said he was determined to keep the packs apart until the ball was ready to go in, and I think Castleford formed the scrimmage before they wanted them to.
Harrison to take the tap to Arkwright. And this prop forward's had a good game for St Helens, number 8, Tony Berg. Unspectacular, but he's been there all the time. St Helens never won this trophy. Oh, that's a good pass from Jarvis. Holding to Clark. He's in, yes, and it's the half-backs again. Brett Clark, I think that pass from Neil Holding really took him by surprise, but he was there, he spotted the gap and he went for it, and it's another 4 points.
And we see a piece of absolute superb opportunity made by Neil Holding. Watch how he goes from acting half-back, spots the gap, goes through it, brings Clark up on his right, Clark takes a pass, and there's a clear run into the, underneath the post. Neil Holding made that one with superb opportunism.
Yes, we remarked together in the first half how on this narrower ground the half-backs had to take the responsibility. In the first half it was Castleford who were doing, and now it's St Helens who were doing it, Holding and Clark. And should be a comparatively easy kick for Ledger. And it is. And who would have thought then that the score would now be 26-16 for St Helens, having been trailing Morris by 16 points to 0.
Indeed, especially the last quarter of an hour of the first half, Castleford played superbly well. Possibly a bit of complacency, Ray, when they came out, but St Helens certainly made them pay for it with how many tries? 3 tries in 6 minutes. I think that was a killer blow.
But we know Castleford's quality and we know their skill, and they can still come back. 14 minutes to go. Arkwright playing a fine captain's role. The time to take the ball at first receiver for a captain, steady it down, settle the team down. Jarvis. Halliwell. Oh, well backed up by Forber. Harrison. Oh, that's a good ball from Forber. Some good rugby here from St Helens, moving the ball from wing to wing. Allen. The sixth tackle. Now, could we see Clark test Colin Scott? He is doing. Oh, we dropped it, but it was going backwards. A little bit of nervousness there from Chris Johns, the Castleford centre, and Dean Mountain. Been a tremendous battle at scrum half here. The craft and the guile of number 7 for Castleford, Bob Beardmore, and the lightning pace of Neil Holding, his Saints counterpart. Oh, good break by John Joyner, but I don't think he's got the support, but he's going himself. I don't think Andy Platt, the St Helens second row, really knew what had happened there. The ball went away from him. Good support play from Castleford. Oh, well taken by Vivers. Spot on. He really does rise to the ball, does Phil Vivers. Holding again. St Helens making steady ground here, just I think wanting to pen Castleford into the half. 26 points to 16 for St Helens. No need to be too adventurous. That's the sort of kick. Pin them down in the 25. Oh, and a good run by that youngster, Gary Lord. And I think when you're aiming to kick to the corners, Morris, you've got to have the players coming up to tackle them, haven't you? St Helens didn't. Yes,
there's an adage in the game, Ray, that says don't kick if you're not going to chase. And when anyone kicks a ball, you've got to chase after it and do your tackling up there where you've kicked it.
Oh, that's good play by Beardmore. He's got Chris Johns for him. It's a race, and he's over. Yes. Well, we said that this Castleford side had the class, had the football ability. And just with 10 minutes left, Chris Johns picks up his second try of the match, and suddenly, from seemingly going out of the game, Castleford are back in the game. What a match on our hands.
And it stems from a run round, and Bob Beardmore again was the architect of this try. Here we see the run round. Superb little break by Bob Beardmore, fetches the Australian Johns up to his right shoulder, and Brett Clark almost catches him, but he's just a bit too much pace and power, and a very, very good try under the post again.
And a drink for his good work. So Ketteridge then looking for his third kick. And he just gets it, but it's 2 points. As long as they go over that crossbar, it's 2 points. And back to just that 4 points difference. 26 points to 22 now for St Helens. We said it would be close, and we said it would be high scoring, and I think there could still be more scoring, Morris.
I think there could be, because both sides are capable of breaking each defence. We've seen St Helens do it 5 times this half.
And the referee just having a word with the Castleford trainer as to what at the moment I just couldn't say. But he stopped the clock, and now we're ready to go. Colin Scott. And with just over 8 minutes to go now in this second half, I think both sides will be looking for territorial advantage. Certainly Castleford will want to get away from here. Bob Beardmore, this is the architect, this is the brains behind this Castleford side. The record point scorer, 334 a couple of seasons ago. Oh, that's a superb kick. Excellent kick, and Barry Johnson spurring his side on. Come on, he says. And just as we were saying, Castleford now have the territorial advantage. Holding to put the ball in. No. Just a massive legs and legs. Referee Robin Whitfield wants the ball in again, and he gets in again, this time cleanly. But it's not coming out cleanly. Well, Neil Holding's having a look, Morris. I don't think he can find it.
No, it's we've had 2 scrimmages now on the same spot, Ray, and it's possibly the fault you mentioned earlier in the first half, that the scrums are collapsing too early, and possibly Mr. Whitfield should do something about it.
Well, doesn't Alec Murphy look tense, if we can see him? And it's Castleford ball. I think Alec was afraid to look at this. Good attacking play here from Castleford to Joyner. Just 6 minutes to go. Chris Johns, Joyner, Bob Beardmore. Oh, that's a nice slip ball to Johnson. A test here of the St Helens defence. Just 4 points difference. 26-22 to St Helens. And a groan from the crowd there as Stuart Horton went on his own. Johnson. He's lost it. And that could be a vital loss. And just look at the smile there on Andy Platt's face. 6 tackles. Neil Holding. Good play, relieving his forwards, taking a little bit of pressure off them. St Helens now will want to hold this ball for 5 tackles, then kick it very, very deep.
I think they've got to be looking for the kick somehow. Well, it's got to be now, Ray.
To Vivers. Well, that looks... Oh, it's just bounced, but it's not gone in. Well, now, was that a knock-on? Yes, it was. Youngster Gary Law been a little bit susceptible on those high balls. There were a couple in the first half. And certainly that kick by Phil Vivers relieved the pressure. Settle it down, says Vivers. Calm it down. But only 4 points difference. Oh, and that's a good heel. Holding to Clark. But a good tackle by Sean Irwin. Number 6 for Castleford, only a youngster, one of the famous Castleford ex-coach, their nursery. Halliwell to Platt. And a good tackle by Colin Scott. A try here to St Helens could possibly just seal the match. Neil Holding, oh, that's a good ball to Forber. Holding. Jarvis. Just 4 minutes left, and that's a bad miss. So Castleford then, 4 minutes left, 4 points difference, 26 points to 22 for St Helens. Both of these sides well fancied to take this trophy. And as high as the score is, Morris, we've had really good defence on both sides at times.
Particularly in the first half, for the first 30 minutes of the first half, Ray, it was tremendous defence from both sides. But St Helens have certainly showed the mettle in this half, scoring the 26 points.
Beardmore to Hyde. No. Used to playing in the centre, Gary Hyde, just quite not got the pace for the wing. 3 minutes left. Neil Holding with head and ball here to put the ball in, and he gets it. Allen. Very impressive game, this full-back for Castleford, number 1, Scott. He's done a tremendous tackling stint, coming in the centres. All good half break by centre Steve Halliburton. We've not seen any of his sort of try scoring so far. A real master poacher of tries. 13 already to his credit this season. Sean Allen. Arkwright. Jarvis. Just 2 minutes to go. St Helens will be very, very keen just to stay in this 25. Position here is vital. Position and possession. Chris Arkwright, the captain, he knows that. Well, he just shrugged off Neil Holding. But how many times have we seen Castleford, when they've looked to be out, suddenly produce that flair of rugby that they can produce? Dean Mountain, oh, this is good stuff. Sean Irwin. Atkins. And that's a good tackle. Well, it's not a good tackle. He's still going, this youngster. What a good game he's had, Morris, this Sean Irwin.
A very good prospect indeed, Ray, for such a young boy. 17, 18-year-old, very good prospect.
Just 1 minute to go, and still yapping away there, St Helens coach Alex Murphy, urging them on. But Bob Beardmore too, putting the pressure on this St Helens side. Dean Mountain driving in. 5 tackles to go, less than a minute left in the match. Beardmore, Brett Atkins. And I just get the feeling that one of these big Castleford forwards might pierce this defence. Beardmore to Johnson. Beardmore, oh, that's a beautiful ball to Irwin. Just couldn't get away from Neil Holding. Well, referee looking to help from the touch judge, and Sean Irwin did lose the ball. It went behind him. But of course he didn't get up to play the ball. Yes, and he's just explaining to Castleford, and 40 minutes are up. Could that be Castleford's last chance gone? They must win this ball from the scrum. A try difference, 26 points to 22, and St Helens have the ball. In injury time there, but referee Robin Whitfield, he's making them get down. He wants a good scrum. Well, it's a differential penalty to Castleford. 4 points difference. Castleford, 6 tackles to go. In injury time, must get a try and a goal. Now's the time to tackle for St Helens. To Colin Scott. Well, as the hooter gone, the players are jumping up and down. I didn't hear it, but it has, yes. It could have been a false alarm. The hooter's gone. St Helens head for round 3 of this John Player Special Trophy, and just about deserved it, Morris.
Just about on their second half display. 16-0 down at half-time. They've done a superb job here at Weldon Road by scoring the 26 points to 2 for the victory. Marvellous second half display.
Yes, tremendous display. But I think they'd be looking for an easier draw than this match. 26-22 for St Helens against Castleford, but they'll be looking for an easier draw on BBC Breakfast TV on Monday at 7:50 AM.
Smashing match.